Hey friends, and welcome back to another Fretted Friday. And this is quite an exciting Fretted Friday because I have a very, very scary but very beautiful looking beast here. And what's more, I have the equally scary but beautiful looking Stuart from SBC Guitars who's joined me today, who's built this. Stuart, welcome to the studio.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, it's lovely to have you here and lovely to have the opportunity to look at these really, really beautiful guitars that you build. So, SBC Guitars, I love the name because it doesn't actually stand for your initials, it stands for Scatterbrain Concepts, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Excellent. And I think kind of the shape of this gives me the impression that you have that mantra when it comes to picking your shapes of guitars and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Very different, very unique, and very striking as well.
So they all kind of start from a similar principle.
Right.
Although they are really out there when you look at them once they're finished,
Yeah.
they all just kind of start from the same principle of trying to design guitars from more. So I'm a product designer as a background, from more of like a product design point of view, thinking about proper playing positions.
Okay.
Hence why they're kind of designed.
And I've got it on the right leg as well this time, because when we were off camera, I had it over here and it's actually so much more comfortable to play over here. But one of the things I was saying to you off camera is when I do play it over here though, I get this beautiful resonance right through my rib cage on this upper bout here that really sort of, and this has got some great sustain. So tell us a little bit about this guitar. It's called the Vega guitar. All I know is it's the very first fan fret that I've ever played, would you believe? And it's a 26.5 to 25 inch scale, correct?
Correct. It has the straight fret on the 5th, so it's quite low on a fan fret, because often a lot
Designed
of them...
to down tune.
Yeah. So it's designed for drop tuning, really, hence why we have it on the 5th, so that you've got that sort of, good chuggy point there. It's, in terms of the parts, you've got Goto headstock, ABM, bridges, it's through neck by design, not really for anything other than just getting that access all the way up there. And for me, there's a little bit of a logic in having the bridges sit over the neck material.
Yeah, for sure. It's very nicely balanced as well.
Yeah, that's
real nice balance.
That's been one of the trickiest things in terms of our progress as designers. Like getting small guitars to balance nicely has been very difficult. Particularly, as not so much with this one, but a lot of them are about 30 to 35 mil bodies.
Right.
So they're real thin.
Really is.
Yeah.
There's a fair bit of meat to this. We'll tell the guys out there what exactly the woods are that you've used on this.
There's a big bill of materials on this one. This one, I use a lot of reclaimed woods. There's not much reclaimed in this other than the neck, this wood on the sort of outside fillets.
Yeah.
This is reclaimed Mindy wood, as memory recalls. It was saved from a builder's yard, essentially.
Right.
I then got black walnut, purple heart, a little bit of London plane, I think, or cherry. No, cherry, ebony, and then African mahogany.
Wow.
And then on the front, I've got so that's
Wenge, is it?
Wenge top.
Yeah.
You said it right as well. Most people call it wenge.
Oh, wenge.
Yeah, wenge is actually the proper pronunciation, I'm told.
Yeah, I think so.
White ash body.
Right, that's the white ash.
Top, sorry.
Yeah, and then obviously goes through into the backwood. So you've got two really nice sandwiched fillets on top of this. You've got the wenge and then the ash, and then...
And they're both one piece as well.
Right, okay. Different shape guitars is often they don't sit with you, and they do, and it makes it harder to play. But this, literally, as you can see, just take my hands off, this sits nicely on the body, it hugs, it's very, very nicely balanced. There's no neck drop, there's no body drop. If I take my other leg away, it just balances really nicely, and that's a real bonus. So that's really good design. One of the things that I noticed straight away picking it up is it's got an asymmetric neck.
It has.
Much thicker at the top of the neck than it is at the higher strings at the bottom of the neck there.
A lot of these sort of things, they're actually player inspired. So they're from custom orders that we've had.
Yeah.
A chap came to us, he wanted something, it's actually a jazz player rather than a metal player.
Right, okay.
But it just transfers really well between jazz and metal. And he wanted that because he wanted to be able to anchor his thumb and get really strong bends and do all those horrible, awkward jazz chords with a good thumb anchoring position.
Because you do need a low wrist, a drop, and a nice curve on the hand to get some of those really tricky jazz chords. So yeah, it does lend itself to that. So these are alpha pots, push pulls, and they split the coils on these two pickups.
Yeah.
The pickups are made in...
They're made in Turkey by a company called, well, it's one guy, but the company's called ERS Pickups.
ERS.
And they're all hand wound for each instrument.
Right. Excellent. And you've got and again, the angle on the pickups I've noticed is just very slightly tilted separately to get a different
11 and
tonation.
14 degrees. I think it's more to try and keep the tonality of it more in line with what we're used to.
Okay.
I think
because of the fan.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really clever.
I like a 25-inch scale.
Yeah.
So that ties in quite nicely, doing that 25 to 26 and a half. So
Definitely.
for me, I mean, again, I've not got massive hands.
Right.
I'm not Steve Vai, unfortunately.
Who of us is?
Yeah. And for that, like having that tight, that sort of shorter space at the bottom just makes it so much more expressive for me.
It feels really, really natural. The bottom, the top E, I should say, feels really, really natural to me, being the 25-inch scale. And I'm a big PRS fan, I think I mentioned to you.
Yeah.
So that feels really natural.
I think it ties in again well with the whole ergonomic approach to design, where having that sort of range, your hand kind of naturally sweeps in as it comes in. So actually with a straight fret guitar, we're kind of forcing our hand to stay straight.
We do, whereas this actually is much more natural, because when you're up there, you feel like you... And I've got a horrible feeling that when I give this back, I'm going to wish that I was playing a fanfare. It's also, this is clearly the shape gives rise to it feeling like a metal guitar, and also the kill switch kind of gives that away a little bit as well. And it's a switchable kill switch, so it's halfway down and it will cut out, but you can also switch it off completely, which is great. So it's a latching switch. You've got obviously your 3-way selector, and I'm guessing that splits the neck, and that splits the bridge.
Yeah. I love the Black Machine headstock, and actually it was Black Machine that kind of inspired me to start building, but I didn't want to copy it, which is why I've done it the other way round, and I've done my own approach to that sort of cutaway.
It's a nice shape, it's unique, and it's suitable, and it really works with this whole style of the guitar, because you've kind of reflected the top bout in that headstock design. Really, really very nice. I love the size of the volute that you've got on the back of this, and I'm guessing that's not just for strength. Again, that's for playability and for because your hand just falls perfectly for your cowboy open chords. Falls perfectly against this volute. So again, a very, very ergonomically built guitar. You've got a piece of Purple Heart there, string retainer, because you've got a 0 fret.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the fret material, just out of interest? They look like jumbo frets.
They're jumbo frets. I pretty much just used the Dunlop, the nickel.
Nickel silver?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. They seem to be really beautifully finished as well. Lovely rounded off, no cheese grater on this guitar.
With a lot of them, particularly with the fan fret, we actually round them off before we put them in.
Oh, really?
It means you've got to be super accurate with the fret length.
For sure, yeah.
But it also means you can get that, you can really nicely round it off without gouging the fretboard.
Very, very nice build. How long did it take you to build this?
Probably, I should have it written down somewhere, but I don't. Probably about 60 hours, 60 to 100, I'd guess.
Wow, absolutely fantastic. The amount of work and effort that's gone into it. I love the independent bridges. I have that on a bass guitar of mine, and the separation of that is really nice. And I think also it transfers the tone really nicely into the body as well. And then one final thing that I would note, great positioning of the output jack socket, because it really does. This is beautiful just to sit on this leg there, or to sit over here and balance, and to have that jack socket either here or here would have completely ruined this guitar at this shape. Whereas there, it's ready just to come straight out and around your strap.
Yeah.
And really, really nicely designed. Really nice smooth cavity connection on the back there, and that's another piece of Wenge by the look of it.
Yeah.
Very, very nice indeed. Well, folks, it's really great to have Stuart here with this Vega guitar. Just out of interest, you're selling this, are you?
Yeah, selling that. We do mostly custom orders, but we sell stock as well. That's about 3.2 at the moment.
3.2, okay. Really, really good value for a guitar that's had 60 to 100 hours work put in. That's an incredible value. And how can people get in touch with you?
So we've got our website, we've got a Reverb store, Facebook and Instagram as well.
All be linked in the description down below. I will make sure I've got all those details for you so you can get in touch with Stuart if you're interested in this guitar, and or any other guitar. I take it you take commissions, as you said?
Of course.
All custom commissions. Brilliant. Well, Stuart, thanks so much for bringing this in today. I'm delighted to say that Stuart will be joining us, and Scatterbrain Concepts will be joining us on the 25th of July 2020 when we do the British Boutique Guitar Festival in Haywards Heath. So if you can come along to that, you can meet Stuart there. Maybe, I've got a funny feeling that this one will be sold well before then now, but if it's not, then hopefully you can play this guitar as well. And I've thoroughly enjoyed that, and thoroughly enjoyed meeting Stuart as well. So a big thank you for coming in and sharing this with us today, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Nice one. Thank you. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. If you haven't already, it can't hurt to subscribe, and if you do, don't forget to click that bell icon, and then you'll be reminded when I upload most Tone Tuesdays, Fretted Fridays, and quite a lot of streaming Sundays, although it's not every one of those. And I'll be back really soon with the best content I can. In the meantime, from Stuart and from me, as always, friends, take good care.